We wanted to, number one, help the community, help the business owners, and number two, continue to grow and start a business. Who was that? Who was that?
Oh, I thought I needed medication. I don't.
So we're about to have a team meeting. This is how we're having team meetings in our office now. Things are getting a little weird around here. We have to talk through plastic so we don't give each other the coronavirus. But in this video, I have something special for you. I'm gonna show you how we have been setting up a new campaign to help businesses right now. And you're gonna love it because it's very relevant and anybody can do this. You can get set up really quickly and smash that like button if that's a topic that you're interested in, and let's get into it. So I wanted to talk about how the coronavirus has impacted my business a little bit. I own a digital marketing company here in Maui, right? We work with local businesses and we help them with their marketing. We help them solve problems with their visibility online. We do things like build websites, social media marketing, search engine optimization, run ads, anything that we can do to help a business get a better presence online and increase their customers and their sales and leads. That's what we really specialize in doing. Now, before the coronavirus came into play, we were just kind of chugging along, right? Business was humming along, booming, and the coronavirus did hit. And here in Hawaii, our economy is heavily dependent upon the tourist industry. A lot of our customers and clients are doing things like surf lessons, activities, car rentals, things like that. So when you shut down the travel to this place and other places like the government did, you basically cut off the way for businesses to make money. And in most cases, that's the same thing, right? They've shut down all travel, they've shut down all business. For the most part, we're living in a pretty weird time. And for us, what that meant is, what you can see on our screen here is, customers are reaching out and saying, hey, we're going to be applying for a small business loan, but can we pause our monthly marketing contract with you? Or can we cancel? Or is there any way you can help us out this month? And that makes sense, right? They need help. A lot of businesses do. And so we did things like pausing rather than keep billing. We did things like continuing to just do the work on our end as a show of good faith and goodwill to help keep that business relationship intact. But it was a weird time, and it still is a weird time, right? It certainly is for us. Around our office, this is what it looked like. We had signed a lease on a new office space right around the time the lockdown happened. So you're looking at the office space, the one I'm in right now, and on the other side of the room, I've got my associates over there, and we put up this big plastic wall over the door to help separate us and keep us separate because my fiance, she's a nurse in the ICU, so I have to be a little more aware of who I come in contact with because she is on the front line. So for business, things have changed. They've been much more different than they normally are. And so with customers, wanting to pause and that shift happening, revenue is down, right? But we started to get a higher level perspective, a higher level view. And look at that, that's funny. The picture, I'm wearing that same shirt right now. But basically, we started to get a higher level view of what was going on because we were working pretty directly with Google on a project called the Google Accelerator Program. And this is something that they handpick businesses and agencies in specific areas, and they were starting to work with them to run really targeted advertising campaigns using Google AdWords and things like that. So we were working with a team at Google to get that set up. In fact, we were pretty much ready to pull the trigger on a pretty good sized ad budget to start aggressively showing these ads to people and businesses out there that are in our target market. Now, with the coronavirus and everything that started to happen, we paused, right? We didn't start to do that because we weren't sure what was going to happen. So we started to monitor the situation, and we were fortunate enough to be working with a team at Google where we could talk to them about what was going on. And one of the team leaders, a guy named Forrest, in fact, he's able to look at data and see what the market's doing. How many people are clicking for these types of searches, and which businesses are getting more searches and which businesses are not getting searches, and which businesses are crashing and doing well. And so from a high level view, he has access to all this data, and being able to talk to him and strategize about what was going on with our ad campaigns and things. One industry that stood out to us in particular was the restaurant industry. They were showing some significant signs of being impacted by what has been going on. And of course, course, with the government shutting down in-dining experiences for most places, meaning you can't go in there and, sit somewhere and eat your food, that is a huge, huge impact on these businesses and on them being able to generate revenue, right? Basically, overnight, they have to shift into, doing takeout or delivery, and that is 100% of their revenue now, right? So a lot of these people and businesses were not set up to do that. So we got an idea off of this, right? We started to think about how we could help businesses to stay open, to continue to generate revenue, to help the community know that they were still around and available for these different types of services. And we thought, we could help these businesses, number one, but also we could help the community figure out which businesses were open for food and delivery, right? Because a lot of us, we've been locked up so long that we're getting tired of eating the same old stuff. We want to know if there's a restaurant that we like that's doing takeout or delivery, or who can we get delivered, right? We've been in this situation for a while now where we're getting pretty bored on eating mac and cheese. I'm sure you're bored of eating mac and cheese. I am. So the restaurants are struggling. How can we help? How can we help, and how can we get in front of what's going on and start to continue to grow our business? And so we had an idea. We saw an opportunity, and it's strange to be able to find an opportunity in a time like this, but you'll see that the opportunity that we found was that we wanted to, number one, help the community, help the business owners, and number two, continue to grow and start a business. So we thought, what if we could get all of the restaurants and businesses that were open in one specific area, our area, that were either doing takeout, delivery, or curbside, and put them on one website and have little pins for them, maybe business listings if you want to call them that. We wanted to give them listings, and this could become a resource for people in our area, and they could come here and say, oh, these businesses are open for takeout, these businesses are open for delivery, right? This would be a community resource that people could use to find which businesses were open. So number one, it would be a resource for those people, of course, they'd be able to get fed. But number two, the restaurants would benefit greatly because now they have people that know what's going on in their business and they can continue to get exposure right now. And honestly, we built something like this. It was pretty awesome experience. It still is an awesome experience. We're still working on it, and we've been talking about it on social media, but one of the things that we wanted to make clear for people is that part of our idea was that we thought, what if we could do this so quickly in such a fast amount of time that we could have this operating in 24 hours? Because normally to build something like this, it takes a lot of time, right? You have to get all that business information, you have to get a website set up, all that stuff. But fortunately for us, we got lucky. We already had a software tool that we had been working on for a couple of years. It's called a directory, but we don't call it a directory. We would call it an influencer site platform because we have a lot of other things that we've built into this platform, but it operates much like a directory. Now, we are able to build this thing pretty quick. And if you want more information on how we're building this thing, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. You can go ahead and click on that link. It's going to take you to a page where you can put your email in that page. And once you put your email in, you are going to get access to a free online training, an on-demand training where I break this down even more. Link in the description. But basically, we were able to create that site, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So this website, it's called We Deliver Maui. Now, all these businesses that we added to this site, they have been all verified to be either curbside, takeout, or delivery. You can see the little tags below all these business listings. Ooh, that Coconuts place is a really good place. I wish I could get some fish tacos right now. And look at that, they're doing curbside. So I can actually go there after this and pick up some of those fish tacos. But looking at this website, right, you have the map. This is where we live in Maui. You have the pins with all the businesses. And this is a really nice looking site. It's something the community can come to and see which businesses are open for these services. Now, normally it would take a ton of time to get something like this set up, right? But for us, since we had such an awesome tool set up, I'm going to show you the back end of this website. If you go to the back end of this website and you want to put all those businesses in your site, you just head over to this lead importer section, hit find and import, and then search by keyword. So if you want to do Italian restaurants, you type Italian. I'm going to do sushi, and then I'm going to type my location, which is Maui, and this little box pops up, which is the auto suggest for Google. You can see that in the lower right hand corner. It's powered by Google. This is a software that we built, and I just hit search, right? And what the tool is doing is it's going out and it's searching Google for all the sushi restaurants in Maui. And so normally, again, this would take you a long time to find all of these businesses, right? But you can see that Google just pulled back probably close to 100 businesses that are all sushi restaurants on Maui. We've got a ton of sushi restaurants here. And you can see you have the business name, the address, the category, all added there already. Now, the magical part about this tool is that if I want to add all those businesses at once, I just hit the select all button and then hit import, and they are all immediately added to the site. Now, if I want to do one by one, I can just select those, and I'm going to add the Miyako sushi and the M sushi, and I'm going to hit import. I'm going to pick the category, which is a restaurant, and hit import. And what the tool just did is it added all of the business information for both of these businesses. It immediately gave these businesses a pin on the map in there somewhere. There's so many businesses you can't see it, but they also have a listing here in the new listing section. You can see M Sushi, Miyako Sushi, and they have what's called a free listing. So see how these free listings, they just have a basic image, while these other ones have a nice image. These are called premium listings and these are free listings. Now, we've been able to charge an extra fee for premium listings because you are allowed to, or you're able to give more functionality to these business owners that take up the premium listing. They can add things like video, a slideshow, things like that to their listing page, right? So I want to show you what a listing page looks like real quick. This is a premium listing, right? You have some image here. This business hasn't given us too much, which is fine, but you have their updated business hours. If I go to this one, let's see if they have any further information that they wanted to give us. Okay, so look, this one has a link to their menu. They have a description. They have a bigger image, and you can see that they have Uber Eats and Bite Squad, more functionality, right? But right now what we're doing is we're just giving everyone premium listings, and that's a $249 annual per year value that we're just giving away because we're trying to help business owners right now. But as a result of doing that, we have this big list of business owners that know, like, and trust us, right? We're able to speak to these business owners and start a relationship with them, and we never had a way to do this type of prospecting at such a enormous scale and this easy. So if you like what I'm talking about here, you want more information, because there's all kinds of things you can do with this. There's all sorts of ways you can make money, start a business, make use of your time right now while you're at home. Go ahead and click the link in the description of this video. There's a full in-depth training to what we've got going on. I know you're gonna love it. And if you got any value out of this video, or you just like the topic, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll see you in the next video. Aloha.